Philholth's no balance billing policy. The CLMMRH story.
In 2011, Philholth has implemented case-based payment scheme, which offers a more predictable and equitable benefit payment based on patient's medical condition. Along with the introduction of case payment is the introduction of the no balance billing policy, which provides that no other fees or expenses shall be charged or be paid for by the indigent patients above and beyond the packaged rates. This is mandated in Section 43 of the Implementing Rules and Regulations of the Republic Act 10606, or the National Health Insurance Act of 2013, that states, no other fee or expense shall be charged to the indigent patient, subject to the guidelines issued by the corporation. All necessary services and complete quality care to attain the best possible health outcomes shall be provided to them. Philholth crafted also Circular 3, Series of 2014, for the strengthening and improving the enforcement of the NBB policy. In 2014, Philholth's target on NBB compliance is 40%. While this target is achieved in the national scale, the NBB compliance in Region 6 averaged at only 26% based on the exit surveys conducted by the PCARES. Implementing 100% NBB is not easy, but Corazon Loxon Memorial Regional Hospital shows that it is possible. The hospital has established initiatives to ensure that Philholth-sponsored members avail of the no balance billing and get the right care at the right time.
Pag-una mo na-implement is we found out na most of the quantified free service excess from the case rates are laboratory and antibiotics, 80%. So that's also one of our measures.
When the first 23 case rates was implemented, CLMMRH spent a total of 24 million pesos for all NBB cases in 2012. And this prompted Hospital Chief Dr. Julia Estrellan to commission a no balance billing committee to oversee the implementation of the NBB for the 23 case rates in 2013. The NBB committee is tasked to review chart, eliminate unnecessary expenses by identifying unnecessary laboratories and replacing expensive antibiotics with cheaper but as effective alternative, and monitor doctor's order to maximize efficiency in the management of patient's illness and medication. After these reforms were implemented, the cost of NBB cases in Corazon Loxon dramatically dropped. From 24 million in 2012, the hospital incurred expenses of 2.7 million pesos only in 2013, despite of the increase in NBB confinements. One ingredient in the success of the implementation of NBB in Corazon Loxon is the result of the NBB Committee's monitoring of the doctor's orders and implementing the CPG-based doctor's order. Under the scheme, there is a ready database of doctor's order for all illness cases. The physicians will just sign in the system-generated doctor's order after the diagnosis is produced. They cannot add items on the list unless they obtain clearance from a higher-level resident physician. On this way, issuing prescriptions of medicines to be bought outside the hospital is avoided. Sanctions are imposed to physicians who violate this rule. Corazon Loxon strictly follows a standard procedure to ensure the availment of NBB by sponsored members. In the emergency room, the patient is evaluated and the diagnosis is produced. A corresponding DCON admitting order or a CPG-based doctor's order is printed. In the admitting section, using the IHCP portal, Philholth membership is searched. If the membership is under the indigent or sponsored program, it is stamped NBB on process. The watcher is then given Claim Form 1 and list of requirements needed to process Philholth. But if the PBEF generated by the portal says yes on the eligibility, no other documents is required. A no balance billing notice is then attached to the documents to inform the point person of each department, who is also a member of the NBB committee, that the patient is entitled of the NBB benefits. At the ward, for patients who are required to submit additional documents, a daily follow-up on compliance is done. This is to ensure that no balance billing is availed of upon discharge. And to monitor hospital expenses and managing medications, the daily balance billing of the patients is recorded. Before discharge, patient is advised to proceed to billing section for processing of refund if there is any. Corazon Loxone pays outright refund at purchases made outside of hospital for medicines, supplies and diagnostics, and a monthly report on NPB is generated for review and basis for studies for future strategies and innovations. Now, let us take a closer look to what Corazon Loxone has done to effectively implement the NPB policy. First, the creation of NPB Committee, which involves now all the department because of the all-case rate policy. The hospital also invested on medicines and supplies through purchases and consignment. This ensures that medicines identified by the hospital therapeutic committee, as well as supplies, are available. In this way, purchases outside the hospital is avoided. And then, the hospital improved its equipment and increased its manpower. It invested on its laboratories, purchased an X-ray machine, and upgraded its information system. And to manage all these improvements, Corazon Loxone has employed more than 1,500 empowered personnel. The hospital is active of enrolling members through point-of-care scheme. In fact, 2014 data shows that Corazon Loxone is the highest point-of-care enrollment throughout Region 6. Point-of-care enrollees, who were hospital-sponsored PhilHealth members, also enjoyed the benefit of no balance billing policy. All these innovations are successfully implemented through strong leadership and dedication of hospital staff, which resulted to savings, high return on investment, and most importantly, customer satisfaction.
Pag tinel ko, di wala gi problema. Kay dasig man ang ilang serbisyo. Tapos na atipad mo ako nga, ginano ko nga ako PhilHealth. Iwagi kami may nabayaran kag ano man ang bulong. Sige man sila hatag sa bulong sa oras. Mambal ko sa PhilHealth. Ako ginagapasalamat kay na-providean nila ang wala ko. Wala gi kami muhay ti ibana ko driver man lang. Amula na iya nga mo di gasto ka kaon. Di ako gigapasalamat ko sa dako nga naka-benefit ko.
And the key to building a sustainable healthcare system will come from innovations and improvements in how healthcare is delivered. Implementing NPB policy for total financial risk protection of the poor is not easy, but Corazon Loxone shows it is possible. Systems must be in place. And for the 100% implementation of NPB to succeed, strong political leadership, careful monitoring, and strong institutions are needed.